can't believe how quickly the week has gone by. It was just Monday and now it's Friday already, and we're bidding our delegates a farewell. And I'm here. This is going to be my last interview, and I think I've saved the best for last. And I'm here with Minister Irani from India. Minister has spoken so highly of you, and he's been giving me a snippet of some of the dialogue that has taken place in the ministerial meetings, and he's spoken of some of the things that you've shared. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to speak with me.
Thank you so much for engaging with me.
Tell me, of all of the sessions in the ministerial meetings, which ones really stood out for you, particularly as it relates to the issues regarding education in your country?
I think that you cannot look at the dialogue in terms of compartmentalizing it in silos. I think that there was a cohesive understanding and collaboration on issues with regards to education. What is extremely heartening is that there is a basic acknowledgement that we all share similar challenges, that we all desire to ensure that we reach those global benchmarks that everybody is measured by, that we also have a sense of partnership and collaboration, engaging with each other to fulfill each other's needs, to fill the gaps, and to build new bridges of knowledge and communication. And I think that has been the hallmark of this particular conference.
The minister indicated that your government has made a commitment to education and its contribution to the Commonwealth. What is that commitment that the Indian government is making to the Commonwealth that you've mentioned at this 19 Ccem?
India has proposed to fully fund and set up the Malviya Commonwealth Chair for cross-border teacher education. Given that we need to invest in our teachers because they are the fulcrum of how we seek to educate our future generations, we are prepared to sponsor a platform wherein we can engage across borders with regards to pre-service and in-service teachers training, development of curriculum together, looking at pedagogical skills, our best practices, but apart from that, even developing capacity within our Commonwealth community. Apart from that, India has also offered that we will host on our national e-library, which is soon to be established, all the digital resources that Commonwealth countries might have to offer. And I believe that such a common platform then will enrich and benefit all member countries. Similarly, we are in the process of dedicating to our country an e-learning platform called Swayam. And the Commonwealth Online Learning Initiative is something that we seek to embrace on that platform, giving credit to the Commonwealth Online Initiative so that our people can learn from all these cross-border initiatives and engage with them fruitfully. Apart from that, we have also proposed that there should be a Commonwealth consortium for research and future academicians. There are many research projects on which nations can unite. There are many research projects on which we can ensure that there is cross-funding, so that due to lack of funding, no researcher turn their back on science.
What are some of the best practices that India can boast of in their education system that can be shared as we talk about this partnership across the Commonwealth?
I think that one of the biggest achievements of our government has been that not only have we ensured that our education is easily accessible in terms of primary and secondary education, but we've also ensured that in terms of equity in access, we maintain a very nice balance between our girls and boys. Particularly as a woman, I'm extremely proud that our girls outshine our boys on many an occasion. But I also feel that in terms of our teaching methodologies, they've augured well for our children in the areas of maths and science. And it's time to reclaim our traditional teaching methodologies. The fact that we are a country with close to 1,600 dialects, we have over 125 constitutionally recognized languages. Irrespective of that, there is a common consensus on how education enriches all of us. And there is a very, very cooperative federal structure where the provincial governments and the central governments correlate and collaborate on issues in terms of education. And I also feel that under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, we are saying that in our diplomatic initiatives, education is at the forefront. So there was a time when nations engaged with each other on economic issues or on defense issues. But for the first time under the leadership of my Prime Minister, we see education get equal status to economy and defense initiatives.
Well, You've said a whole lot and it's been very insightful. Share with us what your experience at this 19th CCEM has been like.
I think what was extremely inspiring is one of the conversations I had with your minister, Mr. Fitzgerald, and he spoke about this initiative he's undertaken of having a shared vision across political lines for education for 2030. And we in India are in the process of evolving our national education policy, wherein we are engaging with civil society, we are engaging with all our village education councils, with all our district committees in all our states. And for the first time, the citizen gets to directly participate in what kind of a policy with regards to education should the government define. And I think that taking a leaf out of Minister Fitzgerald's initiative, when I go back home, I'm equally engaging with leaders from across political lines so that we also have a shared vision on education. I think education is one issue on which we need to minimize politics and maximize cooperation.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Minister Irani, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Well, like I said, we've come to the end of the 19th Conference of Commonwealth Education Ministers. As you've heard, the meeting is moving to Fiji in 2018 because the meetings are held every 3 years. It has been my pleasure bringing you highlights from the 19th Conference of Commonwealth Education Ministers. And of course, I did not do this alone. So there are some people that I wish to highlight as we close out these highlight series. And of course, I have to say thank you to my cameraman, Dorlin Curtis. He's been extraordinary, following me all around, and he's like, where are you going to now? And then there's the communications and media team that worked diligently and extremely hard, chaired by Catherine Campbell from BIS, as well as Lindsay Thompson from BIS. Then we had Tamika Lundy and Candice Eldon from the College of the Bahamas Communications Section, as well as the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology Communication Section, myself, Georgette Turnquest, Narissa Hamilton, Edgar Arnett, and Aletha Cooper. Without them, this would not have been possible. And I just want to say thank you for a team effort and a job well done. It has been my absolute pleasure bringing you the highlights from the 19th Conference of Commonwealth Education Ministers. And as we forge ahead as a country and as a Commonwealth, we must remember that the focus is quality education for equitable development, performance paths, and productivity. And so as you go about your business, remember the 3 Ps as we embark on an initiative to transform our country through the power of education. It has indeed been my pleasure. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.